The NBA's become a young man's game over the past couple of years. It's not surprising that franchises are always looking for the youngest and brightest talents. Jalen Duren became the youngest pick of this year at only 18 years and 216 days. Today, we'll be going through the list of the youngest players ever drafted. Fair warning, you'll be feeling pretty old at the end of the video. Let's get started. But first, a reminder about our brand new giveaway. We're giving away a PS5 with a copy of NBA 2022 and Madden 22. All you have to do is watch the full video, leave a like, comment the keyword hidden in the video, and make sure you're subscribed. It's that simple. First up at number 15, Bruno Schundorf, 18 years and 139 days. Standing at 7 foot 3 inches, Bruno Schundorf spent 7 years in the NBA, and while he was hardly anything impressive, he's still a part of NBA history. Schundorf was selected by the Dallas Mavericks in the 1998 NBA draft as a second-round pick and became an NBA journeyman, playing for 4 different franchises. His career statistics are extremely mediocre, as he averaged under 2 points per game, 1 rebound, and 0.2 assists over 7 seasons. Turns out investing in younger talent doesn't always work out. Then at number 14, Andrei Kirilenko, 18 years and 136 days. Talk about successful young drafting. The Utah Jazz drafted Kirilenko when he was only 18 years and some change. He was playing for CSKA Moscow when he was drafted and joined the NBA a couple years later. In 13 years, the Russian racked up an All-Star appearance, along with 1 selection in the NBA All-Defensive First Team and 2 in the All-Defensive Second Team. Kirilenko was also the blocks leader in the NBA in 2005. Definitely a pick that worked out. After that, at number 13, Al Harrington, 18 years and 132 days. The 1998 draft saw the Indiana Pacers select Al Harrington as the 25th overall pick. He would go on to play in the NBA for 16 years. Anyone who lasts that long at the highest level has definitely been a success, make no mistake. His career statistics were pretty decent too. 13.5 PPG along with 5.6 RPB and 1.7 APG meant that Harrington could always do some sort of job for the NBA franchises. He played for 7 NBA franchises in 16 years, but his best time came for the Pacers, where he spent 6 seasons. At number 12, CJ Miles, 18 years and 107 days. Technically, CJ Miles still isn't retired, but the last time he played was for the NBA G League Ignite, and before that, he was with the Boston Celtics in 2021. Miles was selected by the Utah Jazz as the 34th overall pick in the 2005 draft, and despite spending 15 seasons in the NBA, he didn't really get going. A career PPG of 9.6, 2.4 RPG, and 1.1 APG is all he could muster up, but he was definitely a talented youngster. Despite all that, he still had valuable contributions off the bench for the Raptors, Pacers, Cavaliers, and the Jazz. On to number 11, Andris Biedrins. European players have found a proper home in the NBA, and it's all because of some genius scouting by the franchises. Biedrins was picked as the 11th overall pick by the Warriors back in 2004 and played in the NBA for a decade, representing the Golden State and the Utah Jazz. The center produced 6.3 PPG, 7 RPG, and 1.1 blocks per game during his decade-long stay before retiring from basketball in 2014 due to struggles on court in terms of production. The Warriors weren't necessarily affected by his decline, so they'll definitely say it was a good pick. Entering the top 10 with Bob Santini, 18 years and 71 days. For this one, we'll have to travel some 7 decades ago. Bob Santini was picked by the New York Knicks in the 1953 NBA draft in the 5th round. It was a terrible selection, considering Santini only played a total of 4 games and produced 11 points in total, not per game, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist. Fair to say, the Knicks got this one extremely wrong, but he's still a massive part of NBA history, being one of the youngest players to be drafted by an NBA franchise. Up next at number 9, Amir Johnson, 18 years and 63 days. We're back in the current century. Amir Johnson was drafted as the 56th overall pick by the Pistons in the 2005 draft. The winner of the NBA Hustle Award in 2018, Johnson played in the NBA for 4 different franchises: the Pistons, the Raptors, the Celtics, and the 76ers, and had career statistics of 7 RPG, 5.4 RPG, and 1 BPG in 14 seasons. Not great, but also not bad considering he was the 56th overall pick. Moving on to number 8, Yaroslav Korolev, 18 years and 57 days. The Clippers came into the 2005 NBA draft with the 12th pick, hoping they'd get someone really decent, but when their time came to make the pick, they went with a Russian talent, Yaroslav Korolev, and it was a terrible decision. Korolev technically remained with the Clippers for 2 seasons and averaged 1.1 points per game, 0.5 rebounds, and 0.4 assists. Definitely not what they were hoping for, and he was waived before the 2007-2008 season began, and he returned to Russia. Also at number 7, Ersan Ilyasova, 18 years and 48 days. Still active as a player, Ersan Ilyasova was drafted by the Milwaukee Bucks in the NBA as the 36th 6th overall pick just a month after his birthday in 2005. His career took him to various countries with multiple stints in the NBA, and he averaged a decent 10.1 PPG, 5.6 RPG, and 1.1 APG in his 13 seasons with 8 different franchises. Could we see Ilyasova return in some capacity to the NBA? He's still only 35. Number 6 on our list, Tracy McGrady, 18 years and 37 days. The 9th overall pick of the 1997 NBA Draft, Tracy McGrady was a proper success story. Kudos to the Raptors scouts for identifying McGrady's talent, and full marks to him for fulfilling his potential. He made it to the All-Star NBA team a total of 7 times, and was in the All-NBA first team 2 times in his career as well. Not to mention, he also is a 2-time NBA scoring champion and enjoyed a very successful career in the NBA, averaging 19.6 points per game, 5.6 rebounds per game, and 4.4 assists in 15 seasons. McGrady is considered one of the most prolific scorers of all time, and his partnership with Yao Ming in Houston was sensational. Making the top 5, Bill Willoughby, 18 years and 13 days. Back in 1975, the Atlanta Hawks drafted Bill Willoughby in the 2nd round, and he would go on to play in the NBA for 8 seasons. He was drafted only 13 days after his birthday, but never really realized his full potential. Not to forget, number 4, Darko Milicic, 18 years and 1 day. 1 day after his 18th birthday, Milicic was selected by the Detroit Pistons as their 2nd overall pick. He came with a lot of promise and played in the NBA for 10 seasons. The center never really justified his selection as the 2nd pick, but won a ring in 2004 with the Pistons. He's considered a draft bust, but remains a solid part of NBA history. Into the top 3, Kobe Bryant, 17 years and 312 days. The most successful entry on this list is Kobe Bryant. Drafted by the Hornets and immediately traded to the Lakers before he even turned 18, the Black Mamba took the league by storm. In 2 decades, Kobe blessed us with some amazing moments and is considered to be one of the greatest players of all time. A 5-time NBA champion and a 2-time Finals MVP along with a season MVP win, Kobe's legacy in the NBA can't be matched. R.I.P. Mr. 81. The penultimate entry, Jermaine O'Neal, 17 years and 261 days. You couldn't go wrong if you picked a young talent named O'Neal in the 90s. The Magic drafted Shaq, and the Blazers opted for Jermaine, and he was a really good pick too. Not as good as Shaq, of course, but Jermaine still made it to the NBA All-Star team a total of 6 times in his career and was the most improved player in 2002. He played in the NBA for a total of 18 seasons and represented 7 different franchises before retiring at the end of the 2014 season. Finally, at number 1, Andrew Bynum, 17 years and 249 days. The youngest ever drafted player in NBA history is Andrew Bynum. He was picked as the 10th overall pick by the Los Angeles Lakers in the 2005 draft when he was only 17 years and 249 days old. Over the course of his 8-year career, Bynum averaged 11.5 points per game, 7.7 rebounds, and 1.6 blocks as he won the NBA championship back-to-back with the Lakers in 2009 and 2010. Bynum remains the youngest player ever to play in the NBA as well and became an All-Star in 2012 as well. Due to knee injuries, Bynum missed the entire 2012-13 season before retiring in 2014. That's a wrap for this video. Do you think it's the right decision to implement an age limit, or should franchises be allowed to draft players directly from high schools? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.